Good morning students. In the present class we discuss about the resolving power of human eye. Now, how can we determine the resolving power of our eye? Now before going to that, first of all, what is resolving power of an optical instrument? The name itself indicates that resolving power, resolving. Okay, the ability of an instrument to see the two closely spaced objects as two separate objects is called its resolving power. The resolving power of an optical instrument is defined as the ability and the ability of to see the two closely spaced objects as two separate objects is called its resolving power. This resolving power is given by the reciprocal of the minimum separation of 2 points, seen as distinct. It is given by the reciprocal of the minimum separation of 2 points seen as distinct. And we can determine the resolving power of our eye with a simple activity. Now for that purpose, now we take the black strips having width of 5 millimeters. Now we are taking the several black strips of width 5 millimeters, and these black strips are pasted on a paper, white paper, in such a way that now the distance between the first two black strips is 0.5 millimeters, and the distance between the next two black strip is 1 millimeters, and the next two black strip is 1.5 millimeters, and the distance between the next two black strips is 2 millimeters, and so on. That means here the width of every dark strip is equal, but the width of the white region, the white strip in between the two black strip, increases from left to right. Between the first two strips, say 0.5 millimeters, after that 1 millimeter, after that 1.5 to 2.5 millimeters, like that. And as we move from left to right, the width of this white strip, the white region, increases. Now paste this one on a board, and by focusing any two strips, we have to move either forward direction or backward direction until the two strips are seen as two separate strips. They are seen as clearly two separate strips. Then at that position, all the strips which are towards the left appears to merge, and whereas the strips towards the right side are far separated. Now at that position, we measure the distance between the two strips. Now we note down the distance between the two black strips and measure the distance between the wall and the person. Let it be capital D, say. Small d is the distance between the two black strips which are seen separately, the width of the white strip, the white gap between the two black strips which are seen separately, and capital D is the distance between the person and the wall where that strips are pasted. Then if we calculate the small d by capital D, that gives the resolving power of our eye.